Have you ever had a moment where your ears suddenly start ringing? It could be a high-pitched sound, a buzzing sensation, or even a rhythmic pulse. While doctors might say it's just a physical thing, there's something deeper to it in ancient beliefs. They say it's like a message from something bigger than us, guiding us on a spiritual journey. Many people have shared their stories about ear ringing, talking about how it brought them moments of understanding, or even a connection with something divine. But in today's busy world, we often ignore these experiences. So what does it really mean when your ears start ringing? Could there be a secret message hidden in those sounds? Let's explore this together. Experts suggest that ear ringing could be a reminder for us to be more aware, to pay attention to the small things around us. And each type of ringing might have its own special meaning. So let's dive in and uncover the mysteries behind ear ringing. More than just a physical sensation. Have you ever stopped in your tracks because your ears suddenly start ringing? It's like a surprise guest knocking at your door, but instead of a person, it's a mysterious sound inside your head. Sometimes it's a high-pitched squeal, other times it's a low buzz, and for some, it's a rhythmic thumping. But whatever form it takes, one thing is for sure. Ear ringing is more than just a strange noise. It's like a whisper from another world, a nudge from the universe, trying to get your attention. Now, if you're like most people, your first instinct might be to think, oh, it's probably just something wrong with my ears. And sure, that could be the case sometimes. Doctors might say it's because of loud noises, ear infections, or maybe even problems with the tiny hairs inside your ears. But what if I told you that there's another way to look at it? What if ear ringing isn't just a physical thing, but a spiritual one too? In ancient times, people believed that everything around us is connected. They thought that every sound, every sensation, every little thing that happens has a deeper meaning. And ear ringing was no exception. In fact, many cultures saw it as a message from the gods, a sign that something important was about to happen. Now, I know what you're thinking, but how can a ringing in my ears be a message from the gods? Well, think about it like this. When your phone rings, it's usually because someone wants to talk to you, right? It's their way of getting your attention. And in the same way, some people believe that ear ringing is the universe's way of saying, hey, pay attention. There's something you need to hear. But what could that something be? Well, that's where things get interesting. You see, different cultures have different interpretations of ear ringing. For some, it's a sign that you're on the right path, that you're in tune with the universe. For others, it's a warning, a sign that you need to slow down and take better care of yourself. And then there are those who believe that ear ringing is a form of communication with the spiritual realm. They think that it's your guardian angels or spirit guides trying to send you a message. Now, I know that might sound a little out there, but just think about all the times you've had a gut feeling or a sudden urge to do something. Could it be that your inner voice was trying to tell you something? Of course, not everyone believes in angels or spirit guides, and that's okay. The important thing is to keep an open mind and consider the possibility that there might be more to ear ringing than meets the eye. After all, the world is full of mysteries, and sometimes the answers we seek are hidden in the most unexpected places. The spiritual perspective on ear ringing. Imagine this. You're going about your day when suddenly your ears start ringing. It's like a surprise visit from a friend you didn't know you had. Sometimes it's a high-pitched squeal, other times it's a low buzz, and for some, it's a rhythmic thumping. But whatever form it takes, one thing is clear. Ear ringing isn't just a random noise. Many ancient cultures saw it as something more, a message from the spiritual realm. Now you might be wondering, what does ear ringing have to do with spirituality? Well, let's take a journey through time and explore how different cultures interpreted this mysterious phenomenon. In ancient times, people believed that everything in the world was connected. They saw signs and symbols in everything around them, including ear ringing. For them, it wasn't just a physical sensation, it was a spiritual one too. They believed that when your ears rang, it was like the universe tapping you on the shoulder, trying to get your attention. For some cultures, ear ringing was seen as a message from the gods. It was a sign that something important was about to happen, or that you were on the right path in life. In these societies, people paid close attention to the sounds in their ears, believing that they held clues to their destiny. In other cultures, ear ringing was seen as a form of communication with the spiritual realm. They believed that when your ears rang, it was your guardian angels or spirit guides trying to send you a message. This could be a warning to be cautious or a sign that you were being watched over and protected. But regardless of the specific interpretation, one thing remained constant. Ear ringing was seen as a spiritual experience that deserved attention and respect. It was seen as a way for the universe to communicate with us, to guide us, and to remind us that we are not alone in this world. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But how can a ringing in my ears be a message from the gods or my guardian angels? It's a fair question, and one that doesn't have a simple answer. But perhaps we can find some clues by looking at the experiences of people who have had ear ringing encounters. Many people who have experienced ear ringing report feeling a sense of connection to something greater than themselves. They talk about moments of clarity, spiritual awakening, and even divine communication. While these experiences may be difficult to explain scientifically, they are deeply meaningful to those who have them. So, what can we learn from all of this? Well, perhaps the most important lesson is to listen. When your ears start ringing, don't just ignore it or dismiss it as a nuisance. Instead, take a moment to pause and listen. Pay attention to the sounds around you and see if they hold any meaning for you. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, ear ringing can serve as a reminder that there is more to life than meets the eye. It can be a gentle nudge from the universe, reminding us to stay connected to our spiritual selves and to trust in the greater wisdom that surrounds us. The hidden language of ear ringing. Now you might be thinking, what could this ringing possibly mean? Well, let's dive into the fascinating world of the hidden language of ear ringing. First, let's talk about the different types of ear ringing and what they might signify. Some people believe that a high-pitched ringing is a sign that you are vibrating at a higher frequency, spiritually speaking. It could mean that you are in tune with the universe and on the right path in life. On the other hand, a low buzzing sound might indicate that you are feeling out of balance or disconnected from your spiritual self. And then there's the rhythmic thumping, which some say is a message from your guardian angels or spirit guides trying to get your attention. But regardless of the specific sound, one thing is clear. Ear ringing is like a language all its own, with each tone and pitch carrying its own unique message. Now, let's talk about the hidden meanings behind ear ringing. Many ancient cultures believed that ear ringing was a form of communication from the gods or the spiritual realm. They saw it as a way for the universe to send messages to the living, guiding them on their spiritual journey. For example, in some Native American cultures, ear ringing was seen as a sign that you were being called to a higher purpose. It was a wake-up call from the spirits, urging you to pay attention to the world around you and to listen to your inner voice. Similarly, in ancient Chinese medicine, ear ringing was seen as a sign that your body was out of balance. It was believed that different types of ear ringing corresponded to different organs in the body, and that by paying attention to these signals, you could diagnose and treat any underlying health issues. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of the hidden language of ear ringing is its ability to transcend time and space. Many people report experiencing ear ringing during moments of deep meditation or spiritual connection, as if the universe is trying to communicate with them on a higher level. So, what can we learn from all of this? Well, perhaps the most important lesson is to listen. When your ears start ringing, don't just dismiss it as a random noise. Instead, take a moment to pause and listen. Pay attention to the sounds around you and see if they hold any meaning for you. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, ear ringing can serve as a reminder that there is more to life than meets the eye. It can be a gentle nudge from the universe, reminding us to stay connected to our spiritual selves and to trust in the greater wisdom that surrounds us. Mindfulness and ear ringing. Have you ever stopped in your tracks because your ears suddenly start ringing? It's like a surprise guest knocking at your door, but instead of a person, it's a mysterious sound inside your head. Sometimes it's a high-pitched squeal, other times it's a low buzz, and for some, it's a rhythmic thumping. But whatever form it takes, one thing is clear. Ear ringing isn't just a random noise. It's like a whisper from another world, a nudge from the universe trying to get your attention. Now, you might be wondering, what does ear ringing have to do with mindfulness? Well, let's explore how being mindful can help us understand and connect with the subtle energies behind ear ringing. Mindfulness is all about being present in the moment, paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. It's about tuning into the present moment with openness and curiosity. And when it comes to ear ringing, mindfulness can help us tune into the subtle energies that surround us. When your ears start ringing, instead of immediately dismissing it or getting frustrated, try taking a moment to pause and listen. Close your eyes if it helps and focus your attention on the sound. Notice its pitch, its rhythm, its intensity. Allow yourself to be fully present with the experience without trying to push it away or make it go away. As you tune into the sound of your ear ringing, you may start to notice other sensations in your body as well. Maybe you feel a tingling in your fingertips or a warmth in your chest. Pay attention to these sensations too. They could be clues from your body about how you're feeling in that moment. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But how does being mindful of my ear ringing help me understand its spiritual significance? Well, think about it like this. Mindfulness is like turning up the volume on your inner voice. It's about tuning into the subtle energies that are always present but often go unnoticed. When you're mindful of your ear ringing, you're not just listening with your ears. You're listening with your whole being. You're opening yourself up to the possibility that there is more to this experience than meets the eye. And in doing so, you may start to uncover the deeper meanings behind it. For example, you may notice that your ear ringing tends to occur during moments of stress or anxiety. This could be a sign that your body is trying to tell you something, that you need to slow down and take better care of yourself. By being mindful of these signals, you can learn to respond to them in a more compassionate and nurturing way. Similarly, you may notice that your ear ringing tends to occur during moments of deep meditation or spiritual connection. This could be a sign that you are in tune with the universe, that you are vibrating at a higher frequency and aligning with your true purpose in life. By being mindful of these moments, you can learn to cultivate them more intentionally and use them as a source of guidance and inspiration. Expert insights. When it comes to ear ringing, experts often emphasize the importance of looking beyond the physical sensations. They suggest that ear ringing can carry profound spiritual messages if we're open to understanding them. One key insight from experts is that ear ringing is often seen as a form of communication from the universe or the divine. It's like a gentle tap on the shoulder, reminding us to pay attention and tune into the subtle energies around us. Many spiritual teachers and healers believe that ear ringing is a sign of spiritual awakening or heightened awareness. It's like the universe's way of nudging us towards greater understanding and enlightenment. Some experts suggest that the different types of ear ringing can carry specific meanings. For example, a high-pitched ringing might signify that you're on the right path spiritually, while low buzzing could indicate a need for balance or alignment. Others point to the importance of mindfulness when experiencing ear ringing. By tuning into the present moment and listening deeply to the sound within, we can gain insights into our spiritual journey and connect more deeply with our inner selves. Many experts also emphasize the role of intuition in understanding the spiritual significance of ear ringing. They encourage us to trust our instincts and listen to the wisdom that arises from within. While the spiritual meaning of ear ringing may vary from person to person, experts agree that it's worth exploring with an open mind and heart. By embracing this phenomenon as a potential source of guidance and insight, we can deepen our spiritual connection and enrich our lives in profound ways. Ultimately, the spiritual significance of ear ringing is a deeply personal experience. It invites us to listen closely to the whispers of the universe and trust in the wisdom of our own hearts. Connecting with nature's messages. The rustle of leaves in the wind, the chirping of birds, the gentle flow of a river. These are all part of nature's symphony, and they have messages to share if we're willing to listen. But what about the less obvious sounds, like the ringing in your ears? Could they too be nature's way of communicating with us? Many spiritual traditions believe that nature is constantly sending us messages, guiding us on our journey through life. And just like the wind whispers through the trees and the birds sing their songs, ear ringing could be another way that nature speaks to us. So, how can we connect with nature's messages through ear ringing? Let's explore some simple ways to tune into the wisdom that surrounds us. First, it's important to cultivate a sense of openness and receptivity. Nature's messages are subtle and often require us to quiet our minds and listen with our hearts. When your ears start ringing, instead of immediately dismissing it or getting frustrated, try taking a moment to pause and listen. Allow yourself to be fully present with the experience without trying to push it away or make it go away. Next, pay attention to the patterns and rhythms of ear ringing. Just like the changing seasons or the phases of the moon, ear ringing may have its own natural cycles and fluctuations. By tuning into these patterns, you can start to discern the messages that nature is trying to convey. For example, if you notice that your ear ringing tends to occur during moments of stress or anxiety, it could be a sign that nature is urging you to slow down and find peace in the present moment. Similarly, if you experience ear ringing during moments of joy or inspiration, it could be a sign that nature is encouraging you to embrace these positive feelings and follow your heart's desires. Another way to connect with nature's messages through ear ringing is to explore the symbolism and meaning behind different types of ringing. In many cultures, certain sounds are associated with specific spiritual meanings. For example, a high-pitched ringing might symbolize clarity of thought or spiritual awakening, while a low buzzing could signify the need for grounding and balance. By learning to interpret these symbolic meanings, you can deepen your understanding of the messages that nature is sending you through ear ringing. Keep in mind that these interpretations are highly personal and may vary depending on your own unique experiences and beliefs. Finally, remember to trust your intuition and inner wisdom. Nature's messages are not always obvious or logical, but they are always rooted in a deep knowing that resides within each of us. When you listen with an open heart and a clear mind, you'll find that nature's guidance is always there, waiting to lead you on the path of growth and transformation. Ear ringing is not just a random noise, it's a mysterious form of communication from nature and the universe. Whether it's a high-pitched squeal or a low buzz, each type of ringing carries its own unique message and symbolism. By tuning into these messages with openness and receptivity, we can deepen our connection to the natural world and gain valuable insights into our spiritual journey. And finally, if you enjoyed this exploration of ear ringing and would like to learn more about spirituality and personal growth, consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated on all our latest videos and join a community of like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery and enlightenment. Thank you for watching, and may you continue to listen deeply to the whispers of nature that surround you.